Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 2022 Singles Love Reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy that we need to be mindful of, Capricorn, during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Okay, it's like not these two. There we go. And this is the Two of Wands. Interesting. There's somebody who's opening the door for you, okay? And this person is opening the door, and it's almost like, okay, here's a gift. Here's what you can have. But you have to follow these rules, and you have to give up this and this and this and this and this to be able to have, to have this, to have what you're desiring right now. And there's a sense of what you're going to have to give up is not worth. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So just be aware of that. Okay, Capricorn? So let's see. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have self-mastery. This is the solar plexus chakra. So our chakra energy for this time is the solar plexus. And there's a sense of falling into radiancy, falling into balance, falling into harmony with ourselves. And really moving forward in that power, in that understanding, in that brilliance. And there's a sense of I'm stepping into who I am more and more. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. So let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. So where we are right now is that the world is opening to us. There are new opportunities, new relationships, new adventures coming our way. And there's this real sense of, how do I handle this? Like, how do I move forward with all this newness? And it can't just be the doors are opening and I'm going places and doing things and kind of expressing myself in ways that I hadn't before. So it doesn't have to be that we're going on this grand adventure and that we're going to meet this tall, dark stranger somewhere. But it does mean that there's a sense of adventure in our heart really coming forward and really embracing what we want, what we need, like who we are at this time. So there's a huge opening that's happening with us, and there's a huge sense of stepping into the world. Now the challenge here is that we have a lot on our shoulders. The Ten of Wands is feeling very overwhelmed. It's having a lot to handle, a lot to do, a lot of responsibilities. This is mainly around work, okay? So here, or something that feels like work is very much coming forward. So we need to be mindful of what's being piled on our shoulders, So just be aware of that. We need to find, like the oxen here, that's helping her carry her load. We need to find a way to disseminate or to really hyper organize ourselves so that the load doesn't feel like so much. All right, if you're like me, and you're naturally kind of chaotic, or you have ADHD or something like that, this could be a very big challenge. So just be aware of that. It moves us then to what we're focusing on. And this is the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy, but this is a real sense of I'm focusing on what I need, who I am, what I want, how I'm moving forward, how I'm ascending, for myself. We're finding that we hold the keys to our happiness, and we're finding out, what we need, what we want within relationships, within who we are. It can be that somebody's coming into our lives or has come into our lives who is a Taurus, or just a very grounded, stabilized person. They have this air of chaos to them. Okay, so I don't know what that is, but we find it intriguing. There's just this little air of chaos, of disorder around them that we find intriguing. So just be aware of that. There is this sense here as we're moving forward and as we're connecting to what we want, we're finding that we kind of want things a little bit more traditional. Now, again, that traditional can be whatever that means for us. But for the majority of people, it could be that we want to get married. It could be that we want to have children. It could be that we want to have the house or the apartment and everything that goes with it. So here, just be aware of that you're kind of seeking a more traditional path than what you had originally thought. And that's going to be very important for you. It's kind of like, okay, there is a foundation here. How do I make this foundation work for me? How do I build what I want in the style that I desire, that makes me stand out, and yet is still very comfortable? It moves us then to our past. And this has been the Ace of Pentacles. So in our past, and remember that's up to the point that you listen to this reading, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, has handed us a gift of prosperity, of abundance, and we've been growing that. We've been growing in a way that is surprising to us, in a way that pushes boundaries, in a way that is setting down roots for ourselves. Okay, with a single love reading, Spirit is saying, there's always this element whenever I do single love readings where it's kind of like I've almost given up on myself. That always comes through so strongly. And it can be because we think we're too old, or it can be because we think, we're not this enough, we're not that enough. So just be aware that the roots have been growing during this time. We haven't met the right person because, well, we haven't been in the right place. And so we've met others that maybe could have done, but there's this real sense of I needed my roots to be strong. And so know that, for those, because the energy is coming through of being very harsh on ourselves. For those who have been very harsh on ourselves, it's like, stop it right now, because you've been laying down roots, and the roots and the knowledge and the strength that you have built, that's really important, Capricorn. I mean, it just really is. Nobody can take that away from you. It moves us then to our strength, and that's the Eight of Wands. That's the fact that we move fast when we need to. We'll move fast when we need to, and we'll see things quickly, and we'll come to conclusions. Now, we may not act on them as quickly as maybe others would want us to, but it's going to be really important here that we come to really quick conclusions within our minds. We see things in a very open, kind of honest way. It moves us to our near future, and that's the Four of Wands. This is a commitment. So when Spirit showed that we want something traditional, right? When Spirit was saying we want a marriage, our near future can be that marriage. We need to be mindful, because our strength is going to be that we can move really fast on things that we look at, and we assess it, and we say, you know what, that checks all the boxes. That's exactly what I want. Don't move too quickly, because you want to get to know the person and how they interact with you and how you interact with them. Because I just see it's kind of like we think, okay, all the boxes are checked. I'm going to snatch up this person before somebody else realizes what a catch they are. And that's a great idea, but maybe wait 6 months, maybe, or a long engagement, or not even a long engagement. 6 months is what I'm seeing here. So it can be get engaged 6 months, down the road, have the wedding, or, commitment ceremony, or whatever it is that you want. But there is this real sense of commitment, of laying down roots, and of celebration, just a beautiful, beautiful party. And this can be also that we found a person that we can just have fun with, that can let us express ourselves the way that we want to, that we don't always have to be so serious or so, driven or so, determined with. They can laugh with us, and that's really, really, really important. Okay, Capricorn? Yeah, that person that others might think, I just see a little bit of chaos to this person that we're attracted to. And it's like that level of chaos, that level of fun, we need that. We need that because we can take ourselves so seriously at times that it just becomes a little bit too much. And that's our Saturn coming through, right? We're ruled by Saturn. Saturn is very serious, very focused. We need to be aware of that. The Taurus energy that's coming through right here is ruled by Venus. We want somebody a little bit more ruled by their heart. So it doesn't have to be a Taurian, though they can have that in their chart. But there's that level of Venus that's coming through. It's like I need somebody who is sensitive, who is strong, who is ruled by their heart. And remember, both Taurus and Libra are ruled by Venus. It moves us to our suggested approach. And this is the Six of Pentacles. We need things to be balanced. Which is funny because this is my minor arcana, justice card. We need things to be balanced. We need things to be just and fair. This give and this take. And we need to be open with what that looks like, in a relationship, in what we want from life. But there's also a sense of, I need to be with somebody who connects with me just as much as I connect with them. We don't want to be doing all the work. It moves us then to what we need to know. And we need to know that our ships are coming in, that the time and the effort that we've put into things, well, that's opening us up to a new world, to a new passion, to a new power. And it's like, yeah, I can do this. I can move forward this way. I can go after this. I can have more than I realized. And so the horizons are opening up, and that's what we need to know. Now, our hopes and our fears is that everything comes together and it works out and we all work together, but our fear is that it doesn't. We kind of want things to be like a well-oiled machine. I just see a clock. When one gear is off, it's all off. But here with the Three of Pentacles, we want that well-oiled machine to come through. And that's going to be very important for us. When everything doesn't work together, we're going to think, oh, it's my fault, or I let these people down, or, get really... I'm just seeing, like, it's almost like we become irrational with it. It can be that it becomes all our fault, or we just become really mad at the situation. So be aware of that not all the time are we going to work as well with the other person as we want to. And we need to have outside connections, like family and friends around us, to keep us centered, and also to kind of be like, okay, is this right? Like, should I be acting like this, or have I taken it too far, type of thing. But again, just being mindful of the spiteful people, or people who aren't seeing things the same way you are, okay, Capricorn, that will try to poison things. They'll try to just add a drip of poison that will grow and grow and grow because it's coming from somebody whose advice that you trust. So just be aware of this. I know that's a lot coming at us right here with our hopes and our fears, but we don't want the poison to spread. We just don't. It moves us to a potential future, and it's the Page of Cups. It's learning about our hearts. It's connecting with our hearts. There's that adage, when pigs fly, you have that little pig with wings. And we could have thought with love, when pigs fly, I'll find that person that I connect with. I'll find that, beauty and that passion and that everything that I want. Pigs are flying. There's this real sense of, this is where I need to be. This is what I love. This is my heart. This is what I desire. And we're becoming students of our hearts. We're becoming students of where we need to be. And I do apologize if you could hear my nephew being a little bit vocal as he's getting changed. So here, there's this real sense of, I'm embracing what I need and what I want because I'm being a student of my heart. I'm not afraid to express myself. It's kind of like a little kid, right? A little kid is never afraid to say, no, I don't like this, or, oh my gosh, I love this so much. We kind of have to be like that. Just open ourselves up a bit, not like a child who is constantly distracted, or, so vocal with things that we're like, oh my gosh, maybe we calm it down. But we just need to really embrace being that student of our heart and letting our hearts open up. Our subconscious energy is the Four of Swords. From the tarot is the Four of Swords. And that's really telling us subconsciously we need a rest. We need a rest. We need to connect. We need to honor our story, our path, everything that we've been through, and move forward with that honoring of us. And also that sense of our hearts need to heal. We've been through a lot, and we need to give ourselves time to look at everything that we're carrying, to look at the challenge of the 10 of Wands and say, okay, I've been carrying a lot. I've been dealing with a lot. I need to rest. I need to take care of myself. It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and that's the Nine of Wands. It's the fact that everybody has an opinion, and that's what came through with the Three of Pentacles. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a way that they think we should be doing things and how we think we should be living. But in the end, it's our lives. So here, stick to what you want. Stick to what you desire. Stay firmly focused in yourself. And move forward. Move forward. And don't get tripped up by everybody, because they're going to try to. They're going to try and either give their advice that they know isn't good, or give their advice that's really heartfelt but just might be right for them and isn't right for us. Or isn't right for the person that we wind up with. Because again, there's that level of chaos to them, that level of it's just like they dance in the rain if it felt right. That's the type of person they are. Or they, they would. They dance in the rain if it felt right. And that's something charming, Capricorn, that we're going to find about them. That's something that's really beautiful. And yet we're going to have it be like, well, why can't you be more reserved? Or why can't you be more this or that? Or why do you have to have that chaos in you? It should be more structured. And that's just going to take the light out of things. It is. So just be mindful of that. It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy. And this is the Earth Star chakra, located 6 inches below our feet. It's grounding. We are finding our roots. We are connecting with our roots. We're grounding with ourselves and our energy. Get outside. Plant a garden. Take care of some herbs. Do that type of thing, because you're going to see that there's real beauty there. There's real beauty in the connecting, in the grounding, in the being present in our world and in ourselves. So really grounding ourselves, and also feeling that energy, even when we go to sleep at night. Doesn't matter if we're not on the ground floor, but just visualizing the roots going down into the earth, and grounding ourselves as we sleep and taking in that energy. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of our hearts. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn, and may you always be blessed in love.